I'm always amazed thinking of the days gone by, and especially when we were in a field. It was time for June, July for the rains to come, and what they were doing was burning the stubble. This is something in a place just a few kilometers from here in the Vasai Virar area, in the fields out there. And we know in our own country, in North India especially, there's always a problem because of stubble burning. But today's first reading talks to us about that. There will be that stubble, it will be burnt. But we see in the stubble burning, there is a sense of manure being created over there. Yes, the old is gone, but it's preparing itself for the new. When Malachi talks about, in the first reading, about a destruction, there will be a burning. And he's talking about a judgment. I personally thought that this is the best time for us as we are ending the liturgical season, preparing for the new, is that our old ways could be burned down. And these experiences of the year gone by can be a beautiful moment for us to reflect and to feed our experiences into becoming a new life, into a new creation. And that is why Malachi talks about, yes, those who are stubborn, those who cannot judge properly, they have gone wrong ways, they will face a destruction. But those who have followed the Lord, they will rejoice. And there is a time, there is a moment for us to rejoice. Because we see in the gospel text, there is something very beautiful that the Lord talks about, especially when He is speaking about the temple, the destruction of the temple. Yes, it has taken a long time to build, but there will be a time when this particular temple, which was a joy to the Jewish people, it was a joy to the people out there. They have a temple, they can worship. Yes, but He's talking about the destruction of the temple, and so He creates a turmoil in the life of the people. You're going to destroy this temple and in 3 days build it again, which has taken so many years to build. What is the Lord talking to the people? It is a temple, He says, destroy this temple and within 3 days I will build it. And He's talking is the temple of Himself. Now if we also, connecting with Malachi and the gospel text of today, we are the temple. We are the temple. And sometimes we have built our life in the past based on certain theories that we thought about, certain aspirations that we had. And sometimes we go this long journey and we find ourselves then at a deadlock and we are disappointed, dejected. But as we come to the end of the season and we are preparing for the new, preparing for Advent and to go ahead, this is the most beautiful text that we can see, is that a destruction of oneself and one's ideas will be the best form of rising, just as stubble burning brings about manure, and it feeds in our experiences, it feeds the new crop that is there, providing it that nourishment and that fertility. Today, the second reading that we take of Paul to the Thessalonians, it talks about something like, look, people were anxious, they were waiting, there was persecutions, and they were wondering about what is to be done. So many of them were idling themselves. And so Paul says, talks to the people of Thessalonica, is don't do that. Don't sit idle and don't bother about, discussing things about somebody else. Mind your own business. And he talks to them, that is the best way. Not to sit idle, but to work. Each one needs to work to feed themselves. Do not be anxious about the future, but to continue in one's journey, bringing life to those around. And so the readings today, as we prepare for almost the end of the liturgical cycle, liturgical year, beginning of a new year, the readings are not there to frighten us, but in fact to give us a hope, yes, that all is not lost. But yes, there will be a time in which we can prepare ourselves, rejuvenate ourselves, and begin a new life closer to the Lord. Let us thank the Lord for His word and also His encouragement through the readings, and ask the Lord through the grace that we may spend this time, this moment, this week, reflecting upon our past lives, and in the season of Advent, preparing to change. But as we process with Christ the King and we move around, as we journey around our communities with the monstrance, let us show the world that yes, Christ is our hope. Christ gives us this hope, and we can once again begin in a new journey, in a new life, in a new hope. May God bless us, and may the Spirit of God lead us on.